Hi, I'm Catherine Loveday, Professor of Neuropsychology at the University of Westminster.
So, Catherine, this new research from Familio has revealed that a third of Brits see their family once a month or less, and over half wish they could spend more time together. What does that lack of regular contact do to our sense of belonging, especially for grandparents and older relatives?
Well, I think this research from Familio really highlights the importance of human connection, and we are fundamentally primed to connect with other human beings. We're social creatures. We saw in our research during COVID that people who felt more isolated were also more likely to report forgetfulness. So I think it's really, really important for our cognitive health and for our physical health. And we know actually that loneliness is really bad for us. It's worse for us than smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So yeah, social connection is very, very important to us as human beings.
And we often hear that the festive period can intensify loneliness for older people. Why does this time of year typically hit harder?
I think Christmas time is just automatically associated with families. We're bombarded with pictures of people having fun together, of families sitting around Christmas trees, all the adverts. So it's very forefront in our surroundings during Christmas, this family, this concept of being together as a family. Think there are also so many triggers back to our past Christmases. So we might see Christmas trees and hear Christmas music and crackers and turkey, and all of these things are they prime our brain with thoughts of previous Christmases, and that can feel quite nostalgic, but can also make us feel a bit disconnected from the people that maybe we spent the time with then. So it's obviously can make it quite a lonely time for people.
And the study also found that over half of us feel more loved when we receive something personal in the post. In terms of how memories are formed and retrieved, what sort of effect do these tangible cues like printed photos and handwritten messages have?
I think when you receive something in the post, it gives you really concrete evidence that that person has been thinking about you, whether it's a signature or a photograph, it's just that personalized touch. And for me, as a memory scientist, the most important thing is that it sits around, it's on your table, your coffee table, or on the side in the kitchen. And it means you keep seeing it. And every time you see it, you have that warm glow of connection. It's so different from an email or a text message, which, however wonderful it can be, it comes and it goes again. I think to have something that you can keep and hold and look at really, really supports your sense of connection to that person.
Can you share advice for how families can support each other and keep those bonds strong this festive season, particularly with older relatives who they might not be able to see as much?
I think when there are so many demands on our attention and our time, it can be really hard to make the right kind of time for other people. For me, the most important thing is that people keep those interactions meaningful. So being very present with somebody, not half thinking about something else or scrolling on your phone, but really being there and being present. I think also any way of being able to make that interaction last a bit longer. So one thing we do for my mum is that we use this personalised gazette, Familio, which is fantastic because it comes through the post to her every 2 weeks. We upload photos throughout the weeks and always thinking, what picture can I take for her today? And it's a lovely way because we're thinking about her, but also she receives this in the post. And honestly, it's been a real game changer for us because it's there as this social connection to us all the time, and much nicer for her to be looking at that than just looking at the bad news in the newspaper.
And finally, where can our listeners find out more on this today?
I think if people are wanting to learn a bit more about loneliness, how it affects us, and what you can do about it, they could look up the BBC Loneliness Experiment, which is one of the biggest ones ever carried out, and it's lots of fantastic information there. It's also useful to get in contact with local charities like Age UK, who offer all sorts of support around things like walking groups or exercise groups and all sorts of ways to socialise. And if anyone is interested in trying Familio.com, I can't recommend it highly enough. It really has been fantastic for our family.